I don't get into calling people names and all of that fact, but if you're gonna walk the streets of St. Tammany Parish with dreadlocks and chiwi hairstyles, then you can expect to be getting a visit from a sheriff's deputy. We're gonna deal with you one way or the other, and it's not...
Tonight, a father grieves the death of his 22-year-old daughter after authorities say she hung herself inside the St. Tammany Parish jail last Friday night.
North Shore reporter Heath Allen sat down with her father, who's still wondering how something like this could happen.
I don't know what happened in that jail, but they tell me that she wrapped a phone cord around her neck.
22-year-old Trayshawn Kuzan of Lacombe was arrested and taken to the St. Tammany Parish jail Friday night for failure to pay court costs from a previous incident. The St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office says at the time she showed no signs indicating suicidal behavior. It was considered a minor offense, and she was expected to be released in a matter of hours. Alone in her holding cell, Trayshawn made several attempts to call her father.
If she could have reached me, she'd be here today, you know, and I asked myself constantly why she didn't wait for me. She knew I was coming. She knew I was coming.
A statement from the St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office says, in part, the first time a mobile phone user receives a call originating from within the jail, the system requires the recipient of the call to take several steps to connect that call. The Sheriff's Office says it contacted the jail phone provider to ensure all systems are operating as designed. But more importantly, Michael Kuzan wants to know how it could have all happened in the first place.
She was unaccounted for 20 minutes. Now, how can you be unaccounted for in a holding cell by yourself for 20 whole minutes?
Sheriff's officials say they are working closely with the Department of Justice on a complete review of the incident, along with security video of what happened. Kuzan died Monday at the St. Tammany Parish Hospital after family members decided to take her off of life support. The Sheriff's Office is also making its grief counselor available to the family. On your side on the North Shore, Heath Allen, WDSU News.
Year-old former deputy and father of 5 with another on the way. But tonight, that man is St. Tammany's 30th suicide of the year.
And North Shore Bureau Chief Ashley Rodriguez reports his widow is telling her family's story in hopes that it might prevent future tragedies.
Patrick and Ashley McKnight's love story was special. Friends since they were teens, reconnected in their 20s, went on to marry and build a family, growing to 8 total next month. Patrick was living the dream as a St. Tammany Sheriff's deputy for a decade until an on-duty crash put him through 3 surgeries, shifting him from patrol to jail staff and into a depression, so he resigned.
It was killing him. It really was. And, you know, he went to doctors and, you know, he got as much help as possible, but it wasn't enough.
The depression led to Patrick taking his own life 2 weeks ago, the day he lost his best friend to an auto pedestrian accident.
It's going to be a struggle.
Ashley is now without her biggest supporter, the girls without a father figure, and the family without a source of financial support in the middle of the holidays. But this widow's focus is on what could have been.
I feel like, you know, if people know that they have support, then that could have helped. But there is a lack of resources, a huge lack of resources for people going through depression.
Parish leaders agree more resources and options are needed. That's why there's a collaborative effort underway right now to develop a mental health one-stop shop called Safe Haven.
But basically we're trying to create a safe place that people can go to have their mental health issues addressed and to get some help with them.
But first, removing the stigma from suicide is a must, and it begins with a message that it's okay to talk about it. That's exactly what Ashley is doing.
If there's anybody that I could help or, you know, get his story out that could possibly, you know, save a life, that's what Patrick would want.
Ashley Rodriguez, Eyewitness News.
A You Caring page has been set up to help Ashley move forward with the girls. You can find that as well as suicide hotline information available 24/7 on our website, WWLTV.com.